Welcome back to Midnight Movie Theater. Tonight we're going to be talking about the conspiracy of the Polybius arcade cabinet. I'm here with Colton, as always.
Hi.
So the Polybius conspiracy, it's an urban legend from Portland, Oregon. It originated in Oregon, in the Portland area, I guess, in 1981. And the whole thing is that it's like a blank arcade cabinet was said to start showing up in these arcade bars or arcade halls or whatever they were called back then. And it was completely blank. Kids started playing it and it started freaking them the fuck out. They were having seizures and stuff. It'd give them headaches. And the show we're going to be talking about specifically is the Polybius conspiracy. It was done by Radiotopia. The showmakers or showrunners were John Frechette and Todd Ludo. I hope I'm saying that last name right.
I think they kept saying Luado. Sorry to interrupt your
no,
intro.
go for it.
You were on fire, but they kept saying they kept saying Luado or something
Luado.
to that effect. Every
Yeah,
time
that
I
looks
heard
right.
it, did you watch much Eastbound and Down?
Yes, yeah.
Do you remember the season where Ashley Schaefer goes to Black Biker Week?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they shout out Bob Duato. He made the sculpture. He said, every time they said that dude's name, I thought of Bob Duato.
Yeah. Probably related somehow.
Rest in peace, Bob Duato.
Before we get into any spoilers or anything like that, basically this is like an audio documentary that follows around this guy named Bobby who claims to have played Polybius in 1981 when he was a little kid, and he quickly experiences some strange events, and then he's kidnapped and brought to the national forest or the state park in that area, 60 miles from his house. So it almost sounds like a Men in Black type of situation that we got going on here. But
yeah, Stranger Things it felt like, as far as like him coming back and no one believing him and stuff, it felt like very much the first season of Stranger Things.
Yeah, like there's like some government something or other, some government testing going on with this arcade cabinet or some shit, or some mind control type of situation we got going on here. It's a little vague with all that. They do include some like historians, like video game historians that are interviewed throughout the show, and people that grew up in the area, and all that stuff was really interesting. And they gave a lot of good insight about that time period and stuff like that. But if you do want to check this show out, there is going to be a giant spoiler that we're going to give away. Probably, I mean, I can't imagine not doing it beforehand.
I thought you were about to a second ago.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to, but if anybody does like think this sounds really interesting and they want to check this thing out, it's 7 episodes, about 30 minutes a piece. I would say if you go into it blind, like if you are wanting to listen to this, it's probably best. So listen to that and then come back and listen to our breakdown of it, I guess.
Yeah, very.
It's only like probably about 9 hours of your day or whatever you're gonna be.
It was probably around under
like
4. Yeah,
it's under 4,
and it all listened pretty fast. Like it went pretty quickly every time. And the way that they set it up, the way they tell it, it just, every time it starts, the story feels like it's starting to lull a little bit. Something in the plot will reel you back in and be like, next time on the next episode. It's like, fuck, all right, let the next one play.
I know. I blew right through this thing. The production's great. Yeah, they always end on like a cliffhanger and shit. And it's just like, dude, it gets you sucked in right away.
Definitely sucked me into the next episode.
Dude, Bobby will suck you in if the episodes don't. That's for sure. Or maybe Mark. I don't know. There's some interesting characters in this that suck for sure. But
yeah.
But so we'll get to the big reveal. If you're on board right now, this is where we're going to explain what's really going on in this show. So going through this thing, we were both convinced on our first time listening through that this was a legit like documentary, and it wasn't until I finished it that I there was one spot in it that raised my eyebrows a bit, and I was like, is this for real? So at the very end, I checked it out, and this is actually like an audio drama. This is all made up and written and produced.
Yeah, I had absolutely no idea. Looking back, I felt kind of there were parts that definitely stood out that I was like,
yeah.
But I mean, it's very believable, and it all feels, the writing is done very well, and just how they, like I said, how they set up the flow of the episodes is all It's very enjoyable, and it's a very good listen.
Yeah, well, for sure. Yeah, the writing was great. Like, that was one thing I was almost like on a second listen going back through. I was almost more impressed the second time. I was like, damn, they like really nailed this, like to make this sound authentic. Yeah, it was good.
My thing on the second listen was the first time I listened to it, I like initially or wanted to start taking notes, but didn't. I was like, I'm gonna listen through it and then, see what I see, catch what I catch, go back through, and then I'll do notes and shit. But going back through in hindsight and knowing after the first listen that it wasn't, a real documentary.
Yeah.
It made me be like, oh, well, I'm not going to write that down. You know what I mean? Like, there was the Tempest, the tournament they had in the first episode, I think. They played Tempest, and he was like, Bobby was fucking nice at Tempest and had all he said he had all 10 of the high scores on the whole game. It's like, all right, Bobby's fucking, nice at Tempest. And then they had the tournament and he just got fucking cooked by everybody and didn't even place. And it's like, was that like just, did he have an off day? What was happening? And it was like,
that's what I was wondering. I wonder if like a bunch of fucking ballers came from out of town and they just like stomped his ass into the ground. Because before that, it sounds like he's going out of control. He's taken up every slot. I was like, what happened? Or, maybe he was tired from selling meth to everyone in town that day.
Spoiler, another damn.
Dude.
Another thing that kind of crossed my mind too on the second listen when I was thinking through the part about the high score and him getting cooked at the tournament was maybe he was, had a guy on the inside, doctor, and he was helping fucking flood. He was hitting it. He's like, you know what? My boy Bobby, all 10, baby. You hoes see this? Bobby's got all 10 on here.
Any of you bitches want to fuck Bobby or what? He's got all. Look at his name. You can't beat his damn high score.
They called him Bobby 10 spot in that bitch.
Bobby Big Dick in there just blasting away on Tempest, dude. Just dude, when he's talking. So this is basically all episode 1, and when he's talking about how he was like, when he first got to Polybius, dude, and starts playing it, he is so full of himself. He's just like, I was playing this game about the same way that most people play regular games, and it's like the hardest game in the world. And then I finally
much more difficult.
I was fucking blasting through it, and then he's like, and then the final level is just you're getting blasted by everyone all around you. And when he was talking about that, I was like, I think he might be getting this mixed up to what happened to him when he got kidnapped, like being in a dark room surrounded and just getting blasted on. I was like,
getting fucking really taken
hosed
too, baby.
It was interesting because I
with the 3 fingers.
So, because they talk about a lot in episode 1. I was kind of surprised, like on the re-listen when I was taking notes. I was like, dude, they cover like everything in episode
it's like
1.
Fucking what now?
What else?
What the fuck are you doing for 6 more episodes? We know the whole thing now. All right, cool. The kid got abducted, did some fucking things he didn't want to talk about, but he talked about, and then nobody believed him, and everybody thinks he's a fucking freak and a liar. The end.
I know. I was like, dude, it's so rude.
More wrong.
No, there's so much more left to get into with Bobby.
So much more of a fool of himself to make.
Dude, it's
to make. Was that word? I think it sounded all right.
I think it worked. It's kind of wild because like his story. So basically, he plays plebes so hard that he gets kidnapped. He goes to Coin King and plays there, and then he goes home. He gets a headache. He drinks like a glass of milk or something, and then some dudes just bust into his house and kidnap his ass. And then he wakes up 60 miles from his house in the woods. And so this is the part that I was like, okay, this kid got raped for sure, because he's instantly just like, I woke up and there was some guys holding me down and something was in my mouth.
Yeah, well, he was like fingers going down his throat or something.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if that was a finger, bud. I think that was like,
Oh no, dude, good news, bad news. I have a live news update on
what
scene from the fucking Theory of a Dead Man concert.
What happened?
I've said the singer is so bad. Like, so bad. It's kind of sad. Bars, Bree. I didn't know you fucking could spit like that, dog.
dude.
Good thing we're
got
in
his
the comfort of
ass.
our own homes and not in fucking Decatur getting rained on talking about Polybius.
Oof, yeah, that's true. So 14-year-old Bobby, he escapes from this like sex dungeon, and this kid, random strange kid that's also tied up there. He helps him escape, but then he's like, the kid that helps him escape is like too beat up to like go on. So he's just like, go on without me, Bobby, save yourself. And
I think you're walking through where you're at. You're fucking woods out here.
That's what I'm saying. This is the
we're looking for.
Yeah, we'll get into it soon enough, but this is Bobby. Flash forward 20-some years later, Bobby does walking tours in Portland, Oregon to show where he got kidnapped from or whatever. And this is it.
That's it.
I got it live. This is Bob.
Suicide Woods.
No, definitely not.
This is P&W.
This is Bobby's like POV cam. He's got like a GoPro on his head.
God,
if I had
sucked.
For real,
Dude,
that's the thing. He's just the shittiest dude, and they spend so much time with him.
I know. And have you ever seen the show like What We Do in the Shadows? It's about like vampires.
Like 1 or 2 episodes. No, I haven't watched the whole thing.
There's a dude on there that plays like an energy vampire. He just like he doesn't suck blood, but he like takes your energy by telling boring stories and shit like that. And the dude that plays that character is who I thought of every time Bobby started talking. He's in like the later seasons of The Office. He works in the warehouse.
Okay. Is he like the dark-haired guy? Like kind of tall, skinny, dark-haired guy, or I'm just guessing.
I think he wears t-shirts sometimes.
I don't know. Yeah, you'll have to send me a pic. I'm not sure who this guy is. Yeah, no, that does pretty much sum up Bobby's entire personality. It's like it sounds like a drag to be around him at all times. Like I know this is fake now, but I still just couldn't imagine like having to hang around this guy and like film a documentary around him. They do a good job of selling it. Like even knowing that it's fake, I feel like there's moments where you can tell like the showrunners sound exhausted being around him. And they're just
like they did very well with the characters. That's what I was gonna say. Like later on in the what was it when they went and met with somebody and they told Bobby off and he's like, you see what I got to deal with every day, and they like just fucking completely ignore him. He goes, I said you see what I fucking got to deal with all the time. They go, yeah, we heard you, Bobby. And it's like that felt so real and so believable. Like I wonder if this dude genuinely fucking sucked to be around. Because that all felt very, very real. Like that sold me so much because the part right before that is the part that almost tipped me off because it was a little too perfect. It's like they go and they meet up with that reporter and she's like plays that Halloween tape for them because she was like a reporter in the 80s. So they go meet at the Tempest tournament is what she told me. Yeah, that was what she was covering at the beginning. So I guess that's episode 2. We can slide into that part, I guess.
Yeah, we might as well go into episode 2.
I think that was episode 2.
I think the only we'll get into 2 because I think that's pretty much it. The only other thing from 1 is that they tell Bobby the owner of Coin Kingdom killed himself because like Bobby spread rumors about him being a child molester, and he's just kind of like,
I think this blood is on my hands. Like what that was another one that felt real. Like it felt very real. It's like. What's your guys' angle here? Like, I thought you guys were helping me try to get the truth out there, but it feels like you're fucking, he cussed with conviction. I don't know if I'm reaching with that, but like, it was like, what's your guys' fucking angle here? Like, what are you guys doing? Quality voice actors. I will say that. Absolutely.
100%.
I hope those dudes got more work after that.
Yeah, no, it was so convincing because that was one thing where it's like, dude, this sounds like a real shitty guy that would act like this. Even though these like filmmakers are coming or, whatever, production crew is coming to him and they're like, we want to tell your story. He's still like, if you don't fucking tell it my way, I'm going to be fucking pissed and I'm not going to cooperate. And they're just like, okay, God damn it. We're just like, saying what
we're trying to get the whole story. Like,
we're just calling it like we see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like you accidentally fucking basically made this guy kill himself by spreading rumors about him, and we're just calling it out.
Into a fucking drunk and wrapped his car around a tree, and that's exactly what we're asking, Bobby. Do you think his blood is on your hands a little bit because you said that this shit popped off at his fucking arcade And people came in, found out some shit was going down with the kids. That was part of that too, they found out shit was going on with kids there, and then but then the window was very small when they went from that to him getting in a wreck and dying. And
it was like because I feel like it's way jumping ahead, but there's something to do with like child prostitution later on, or like they're like the cops are investigating this place for that. But I think that's far on. So episode 2, I think is when we get introduced to Ruben and Mark, the gay couple, the gay guys. Yep. Yep.
Couple of them.
There's a couple of them in this story, that's for sure. Ruben and I couldn't be able to talk about these guys. Okay.
Sorry.
Shit. I was gonna try to just blast right through that.
Yeah,
So okay, I was trying to remember how these guys even made their way into the story.
Guys, just like you and I. Nothing
to see here. Move along.
No defining characteristics that I would point out whatsoever.
No.
Just a couple of guys that got mixed up with Bobby.
Just a couple of normal guys, just a couple of dudes hanging out.
A couple of guys being dudes. Joshing around.
Staying the night at each other's house every once in a while. Who knows? Kissing, maybe they are. Maybe making love.
Maybe they are.
Yeah, shit. Hey, wait, I gotta, you know what? Hold on one second. I got the perfect sound for this moment.
When I was in the...
Did you catch that? Or wait, here, I got another one.
I am gay.
Oh,
yeah, there we go.
Shit. Oh, it's getting steamy out in the Pacific Northwest when this shit came on. You see him have to wipe the camera down? Going in for Bobby's close up.
That's right. There he is. He's going to pop out up behind that tree here in a second.
Bro, you see I brought out Stone Cold and Kane up here?
Oh, yeah.
Something light.
Fucking fine-ass figures. Those are fucking... Oh, whoops. Oh, wait. There we go.
Fuck yeah.
Trying to find it. Dude. I knew I had it on there somewhere. So Ruben gets introduced to the story because he's looking for his gay lover Mark, and he goes to Oregon, and because Mark ran away, and he's like, damn, I think Mark went to Portland, Oregon, because where else would he go as a gay man? And so he finds his way to Bobby's walking tour because I honestly like kind of forget why this makes sense, but it's something about like Mark grew up there. He had a newspaper.
He had that picture. That was right. The newspaper from the Tempest tournament.
Yes. Yeah. Dude, it all comes back to Tempest. If it wasn't for that Tempest tournament, then none of this would have happened. Man. But so Ruben goes and finds him, and he's like, do you know this motherfucker? And he shows him the picture on the newspaper, and he said that Bobby's just went completely white, and he's just instantly recognized him as the boy that helped him escape from the government torture sex dungeon
facility.
The clinic,
the government doctor's office facility,
the 3-finger bang train. Big fucking 3 so I guess we talked about it, but I think it was off air. There's a 3-finger guy that's been kidnapping and I guess molesting these kids, and his 3 fingers are like this. I kept thinking they were like this.
I thought it was going to be these. I thought it was
these. See, that makes the most sense to me. It's like the Ninja Turtle hand.
What would be the least convenient?
Probably like this. If you're doing one of these, you're just like
fucking power chords.
You're trying to choke a kid out like that.
How would David Draymond put his piercings in?
Yeah, that's true.
Even if it's like this, like how's fucking
fuck? Maybe even this. This would probably be worse. Because like I can't. When I'm doing this, I can't move my ring finger up anymore.
Yeah, I think if you're not focused on using your muscles to hold those down, then you'd probably get nice with these two.
Yeah.
Dude,
could you imagine, dude?
Fucking paintball fingers with your pinky. Dude.
Yeah, man. That's true. No wonder that's this guy's job for the government. They're like, well, you blew off your fingers or whatever. We're going to need you to be in the child kidnap zone.
Reassigned to fucking kids, bucko.
You're going to Portland, Oregon to kidnap. Son of a bitch. We're going to need you to send out some spooky cassette tapes to some radio stations or whatever. Yeah, because in the second episode, so they meet up with this reporter who's just like, oh yeah, I took coverage of the Tempest tournament. And the way they like frame this lady's hilarious, because she's like, I was the only woman on the staff, so everybody fucking hated me. So I wanted to do this arcade story real bad, and they were just like, no, you can't. But I went and did it anyway.
Yeah, she wanted to do it about what was going on with the kids. And
yeah,
like, no,
oh yeah,
go
that's
cover
right.
the fucking tournament down there. Saturday.
Tempest, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
The whole
she's like, I want to get the scoop.
Yeah, she's like telling her story from that perspective that day, and then like as soon as Bobby like chimes in, it immediately feels like at the end of Joe Dirt when he meets his parents, and he's like, "How long did you look?" Like, you know what I mean? Because Bobby's like,
he's fucking pissed off.
He was so mad, dude. He's like, Bobby's like, I looked up a picture of you when you were younger, and I don't fucking recognize you. I didn't see you there. You weren't there that day.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's so mad instantly. Just,
she's
what
like,
are you talking about?
It was an all-day thing. You know, they had a lot of people working for the newspaper. Like, maybe they just sent me later in the day. He's like, I was there all fucking day, and I didn't see you once. I don't recognize you. You're fucking lying. Dude. And she's like, you guys invited me here. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, are you here to grill me about what I remember from fucking 1981? Right. This is 2017, and they're just like, he's fucking he's so mad about it. And why does he think why would he recognize this random lady in this arcade tournament who's just there to take pictures?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sure he doesn't have any memories that he needed to block out.
Exactly. And not to mention but Polybius apparently like brainwashed his ass too. Like it gave him all this, like he's having all these crazy visions. Why would he even trust?
Yeah, if you were ass on Tempest that day, maybe you're just having an off day, dog. Like,
yeah,
don't blame her. But when she comes back, here's where hindsight came into play.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this was kind of a weird little jump. She calls the next day like, I meant to tell you guys there's a whole fucking tape that somebody sent me that has everything to do with what you're talking about. And I didn't think to bring it up until after you left.
Yeah. That's what got me like thinking like, is this real?
Yeah. But maybe he just gave bad vibes and she just wanted him out of the fucking house. Because
she did say that.
We got that out of the way.
Yeah, she did say that, and I was kind of convinced because I was like, dude, if these assholes came over to my house and this guy who's probably looks like a total dickweed just starts going off on me about this, I'd probably be like, you know what? I think I got some other shit to do. Actually, you guys need to get the fuck out of here.
The producers, very kind, lovely.
Yeah,
thanks for coming.
Very nice.
I'd have you guys back. The fucking weirdo in the trench coat that was fucking giving the walking tours earlier, I don't want him in here.
Dude, but I love that she does call him out though, because he starts grilling her about that, but then she goes, well, if you want to know the truth, when I talked to your parents, they told me you were a compulsive liar. And he's just like, fuck my parents, they don't know. He's like, oh, that's all it takes, one person to discredit your whole story. And it's like, yeah, but it's your mom and dad, dude. It's not just some random person. Like, they grew up with you.
You see the shit I deal with every single day.
Yeah. And it's like
crickets.
You can tell it's just one of those moments where they're just looking at their fucking feet like, God damn it.
I know we keep going back to that like scene, but that was like the way it sounds is like the camera, like someone's holding a camera and then it's like down at their side when all that, you know what I mean? Like, like the mic is set off from where the you know, where they're speaking. And it just, little shit like that did a lot for me in this.
Yeah. No, that's what kept me going, where I was like, no, I think this might be legit.
Yeah.
The tape they listened to, though, was a little funky. I can't remember if that's episode 2 or episode 3.
So that is 3 when she comes. There was something there that I had written down. Yeah, actually.
Okay. There was something else in episode 2 before we get to number 3. So Bobby's like going on about these underground tunnels in Portland, which I guess is like a real, like kind of like conspiracy theory thing. Mm-hmm. But they talked to this other walking tour guy. Yeah, the Shanghai tunnels. Yeah. Yeah, with Jackie Chan. Fucking Owen Wilson. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to the doctor.
Big Doc up there.
Just God. You like the Jerry Garcia merch, whichever one he's missing.
Oh, but it's
the fucking doctor.
It's Doc Ock.
Yeah, dude.
Might need to make some merch with that. Just
yeah, dude.
Just says Polybius over it. Just fucking dude. It sounds like a metal band name anyway.
For sure.
But they talked to this guy Doug who does a different walking tour, and he completely debunks the fuck out of Bobby's underground tunnel theory, like instantly. Mm-hmm. He's just like, oh yeah, people think that there's like these underground tunnels that they were like trafficking stuff in, but it's not true. And they're just like, oh,
like after the time that they said that they were being used or something like that.
Yeah, he's like got all the records about it and shit, like the construction records, and he's just like, this is what's actually going on here. And they're just kind of like, oh, so Bobby's lying more. It's Bobby's just like dude, imagine if Bobby was there for that one. He'd be like, fuck this guy. You cannot talk to this guy.
What I fucking deal with every fucking day.
He's part of the government cover up for the Polybius child trafficking ring that they got going on. Dude, it's a wild story. We also find out that the reason why Mark left is because Ruben was banging some other dudes. And so when he finds that out, he takes off to... Yeah, I didn't like that. I was like, Ruben, you're a piece of shit in my book, Ruben.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be banging... Nah, he kind of sucked. He wasn't as bad as Bobby, but he did like kind of team up with him.
They teamed up, and then they were even worse.
Like, yeah, I hated that. I was like, get
really
these guys.
Showed his colors at the end as well. Ruben.
That's true. Yeah, he kind of flipped out. But yeah, then in episode 3, we meet this guy Stephen Roach, or at least we learn about this guy Stephen Roach, who wrote this whole like a long thing on some Reddit thread or something about Polybius, about how he was involved with working on the cabinets and working on the program and stuff. But the only problem is that like this Mr. Roach guy can't spell to save his fucking life. Like he was like,
they said he spelled his name wrong twice and the name of the company wrong twice, but he spelled the university right.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, so this guy's like practically tarded, and he's just like, nah, I'm in on it. And they're just like, nah.
Don't worry, guys. I know what's going on.
It's like, yeah, and Bobby even thinks that this guy's full of shit. He's like, no, I don't think Roach was a fucking scientist that worked on the plebe cabinet.
Couldn't have been him.
But we also find out that Stephen Roach and his wife were running like troubled teen centers at that time out of Portland, Oregon, or somewhere in Oregon. And they end up going to jail for trafficking. So it does kind of add to the story where it's like, oh shit, are these guys involved in all this?
Yeah. Yeah, they said that they were doing like they were hiring them to go pick up runaways and shit, and like they were like restricting the times they could go to the bathroom and stuff and playing loud music.
Have you heard about any of those things? Those are real though. Those did happen like in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. So I think like, so Paris Hilton went to one when she was like a teenager. Her parents sent her to one when she was a teenager. And I've heard some other people talk about it. Basically it was like these people would take in like a ton of money, like $1,000 a month per kid or something like that, maybe more. And they would get these like troubled teens that were doing bad in school and running away from home and getting in fights, just basically committing crimes left and right, and they would send them off to these like reform schools, and these reform schools would be like out in the middle of nowhere, and you would have like no contact with your parents other than like, I think you could write letters, but they would usually read the letters before they sent them out, and they would have like the older kids basically just watching the younger kids, and they would just beat the shit out of them constantly. Like basically they would Yeah, like if you were acting up in the school, they would put you in a circle surrounded by kids, and they would basically just take turns beating the fuck out of you until you like learned your lesson. And and it sounded kind of similar to like Scientology, where like they would make you admit to things that you were doing wrong, even if you weren't really like doing anything wrong. They would just kind of like break you down mentally and stuff. So I believe this part too, because I was like, dude, I've watched some documentaries about these troubled teen centers. It just kind of added to the story for me. I was like, damn, this might be legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then I was gonna say, and that's when she's like, oh yeah, by the way, probably not relevant to you guys, but I did happen to remember this kind of weird tape I had. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that looking back on that now, that is really hard to like let that one slide. It's like I do have a cassette tape where this guy this guy that does a fake Russian accent explains everything that's going on in the story you're talking about. That's just kind of a weird coincidence, I guess.
Probably not worth anything to you guys.
Not a big deal. And also, not to mention, around that time when I got the cassette, people were like breaking into my house and doing weird shit to my house.
Yeah. Like doing her dishes and shit.
Yeah.
She wrote it off as she was working too much.
Yeah. She's like, oh, damn, I must just be too
much and came home and accidentally did my dishes.
Right.
You're fucking for real.
I must just be working so hard that I don't even remember all the good shit that I've been up to.
I'm working so hard that I don't want to tell my boss how hard I'm working because then he'll think I'm fucking crazy. What do we got?
Ooh. Fucking Joker Cola, dude.
Period. You already know what I got.
I got Big Jack Coke.
16-ounce pounder, baby.
DC, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. The drink. A drink of.
I fucking love having a beverage on deck, dude.
I know, man. It's the best.
Really.
Gotta have it.
Got to hydrate.
Gotta get the soda in one hand. I'm gonna say you got
I'm dry
water in
here.
You need to get a refill.
The remix to intermission soon.
Dude, do what you gotta do. You gotta take a break.
Go hit the kitchen.
If you gotta hydrate it, get the H2O going. H2O flow.
Period.
So she has this story about, well, they listen to the tape and you get to listen to it too. And the thing that got me about the tape was this is supposedly a cassette tape that she got from the 80s, and it sounds like pristine. Like the audio quality on it is perfect. And I was kind of like, dude, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I made a copy of it and I was kind of like, still, that thing would sound like warped at least. Yeah, no,
there was like static on it, but I didn't. Yeah, I guess I didn't really consider it being like that old and still being able to just pop in and play it.
Yeah, to me it just sounded a little too like digital. And I was thinking like, well, these guys, they're professionals. Maybe they went in and touched up the audio like afterwards. But still, I was kind of like, if you listen to stuff from the 80s that was recorded in the 80s, like just on cassette, it just has like a roughness to it, almost like a blurriness to the voice. You know what I mean? Like a distortion to it. But I was able to get past that easily because the rest of the story was kicking so much ass. And then basically she talks about how after all this strange stuff started happening one night at work, she's working real late and an unmarked van chases her down the road while she's on her bike. And this is getting into episode 4, but I think that's...
Well, I have one more thing from episode 3.
Okay,
After the tape, they said something about the voice continued getting calls, and then like windows were getting left open and shit, and then they went over to the window one night and looked out, and there was somebody standing down on the street, and it was the 3-fingered man.
Yes!
My brain immediately painted a picture of the 3-fingered man just down very dramatically under a street lamp, like cig in hand. And that was when I started wondering which fingers.
Yeah. Like, was he doing one of these?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was when I wondered if it was these two.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good...
But the thing said, awoken by a breeze. If you start a story with I was awoken by a breeze, I immediately think you're fucking lying to me.
That's true. That's a fake story.
You weren't fucking awoken, but you didn't. I have never been awoken.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
It immediately feels like you're getting too wordy and you're lying.
Yeah. You're getting a little too...
awoken by a breeze?
Yeah. A little too poetic with the story. Yeah. It's like... Were you awoken by it, or did you just fucking wake up like a normal person? Yeah, this lady's full of shit. The other thing that I thought with this lady, though, when I was like, man, she sounds kind of like maybe a little bit full of shit, or this is all too a little convenient. I was starting to wonder, like, maybe she's using this as an angle to get in on this story and make some damn money because she's kind of like a failed reporter. They didn't go that.
Valid. I didn't even think of that.
They didn't go in that direction, but I was starting to think like maybe she's kind of like sees this as her opportunity to be like, I've got some.
Hey.
Yeah, I've got a tape from a Russian guy that.
Okay, yeah, I never even considered that.
I never even thought about showing this to the police, especially after I got stalked and my bike got stolen by an, never even thought about that shit.
Convenient.
Now that you mention it, maybe all those things were connected that happened at the exact same time. Maybe the guy driving the van did have 3 fingers now that I think about it.
Maybe he was cig smoking 3 finger style.
What I wondered too, did he have 3 fingers on both hands? Because they never really specify that. Do they? Or maybe they do. I don't know.
I know they did. Well, like the picture on the album art of this episode was him like holding the tape recorder with the hand. Yeah.
He's sitting record and play.
His fingers look like a couple fucking crunched off Doritos with crumbs hanging off. And I appreciate the detail in the drawing. You know what I'm saying?
Did like the artwork was pretty cool for these episodes. I liked it. So she shows him that tape. Whoa. You got it? Dude, hold on. It's all blurred.
Dang.
Hold on.
Never mind.
Damn. All right. Maybe when editing.
Sneak it. Yeah, just like.
Yeah, I'll edit it and I'll throw a little picture up in the video. Yeah, I'll save it. Save the pic. I'll get a pic of Bobby too while we're at it.
God.
Throw him in the background.
Just the fucking worst. That dude sucked so bad. And then the audacity to act like he wasn't the problem at the end.
Dude, I know. When we get to the end, it's like there's so many shitheads. Like this sums up to just
every bit, like from now until the end, he's pretty much awful.
He's just like a shitty trash guy.
Yeah.
They should have fucking
walking tour guy.
They should have thrown his ass out of the moving van when they had the chance.
You knew straight out of the gate when they mentioned that he had to give the people coins and say they were paying customers at the laundromat that the people were fucking sick of seeing him there.
Yeah. He's like, now you have to take these.
Now you're technically a paying customer.
Yeah, you could tell, just by the tone in his voice that the people were probably like trying not to make eye contact with him anymore. And they're just like, shut the fuck up. Why did I pay to go on this fucking dumb guy's tour? Fuck me. Can I get my $20 back? Is there any fucking refunds in this lame ass tour that we're going on?
This town sucks.
God, is there anything better to do in Portland than to listen to this asshole make up a story about how he got molested by a 3-fingered man? What a story to make up.
People are booing him in his walking tour. Like, oh my God. Too bad this isn't real, because I feel like we would be compelled to like go out and hit the tour and like fucking heckle the whole.
Boo! Fuck you!
Hey, not the victim shaming. You fucking suck.
I just show up wearing a shirt that says Bobby's gay, and he's just like, it's like, what's
Bobby
that all about?
Sucks.
Oh, it's a different Bobby.
You don't know him.
Yeah, it's a band actually from Oregon.
Portland.
Yeah, you should look
Portland,
them up
Maine.
sometime. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Can I get a picture with you? And it's just has an arrow pointing.
Can you point at my shirt? Can you point at my shirt? It's not you, but like, can you do this for me, please?
It's just a coincidence.
Can I put this in your mouth?
Just start doing it. He's just like, that's it. I'm fucking done.
He has like mace in his trench coat. I don't know why I keep going back to him in a trench coat. Like I feel like he's in like a tan, like belted, like Carmen Sandiego ass. Like
I was gonna say,
plaid on the inside. Like
yes,
God,
just Dick Tracy as hell.
I bet the jacket was fucking nice though.
Oh, dude, definitely had one of those little detective hats for some reason.
I bet he's fucking stumped too.
Yeah. See, that's why there's like one point where they're constantly like bugging about trying to go to his house. And he's like, no, you can't go to my house. I was kind of like, well, no shit. He doesn't want you to go to his house because it probably stinks like fuck. Like,
yeah,
you know,
smells like his ass in here.
You guys are already like disbelieving everything he says. Do you think he wants to go to his house? And then you guys act nice to him. And then as soon as you get in the van, start recording yourself, like talk shit about how shitty his house is. And he knows that's what's going to happen. They're just like, dude, that he smelled like cat piss and he didn't even have any cats, dude. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
He was around one cat and it just rained. And then like, fucking, this poor trench coat was stinky.
Dude,
Poor
just
Bobby,
raw,
man.
just raw meat on the living room floor.
God,
Just
stinky Bobby.
piles of dog shit. Dude,
I don't think he like looked stinky, but I think he was probably like had an aroma.
Yeah. Well, his house is probably also a meth lab, I guess.
Yeah.
So that probably doesn't smell very good either.
Yeah, that's true, because not enough people knew him for him to be like buying it from multiple people. So he was definitely
cooking.
Yeah. Because is Mark back yet?
No, Mark's not back until like later on. So in episode 4, I think.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just I'm looking over. I took like just some really brief notes. So actually the next episode we'll get back to Mark. I think this is where all we find out is the cassette tape, and then the Bobby is starting to kind of like maybe take advantage of Ruben because he believes in his story and he wants to find Mark so bad. But there is also one other thing that just is another like layer of Bobby's shittiness. He gets mad at the showrunners because they recommend like some other people to a different Polybius documentary. And he's like, why didn't you fucking recommend me? Yeah. And they're just like, I don't know, because they're doing like a different story about Polybius, more like the history, not your story. And he's just like, well, this seems like you guys are trying to fuck me over. Like, he's just so mad about it.
God, yeah, that was...
It was tough.
It was tough. Dude was played an awful person really well.
Yeah, man. But then episode 5, they find Mark's car at like an abandoned house.
Yeah.
And his car is like...
he had the parking ticket mailed to him.
Yeah, that's what it was.
His sister called or something. Yeah, his sister called and had the parking ticket mailed to her house.
Later on, I didn't probably write this down. You just reminded me. Later on, I think they realized that, I don't know if this is giving too much away. I don't know like how chronological we should be with this, or does it matter? It probably doesn't matter.
I don't think so. You'll be all right.
Okay. So it was actually Bobby pretending to be Mark's sister that mailed the ticket because he wanted them to find Mark's car. Did you catch that part later on? It's like really brief towards the end.
I guess not.
Mm-hmm. I think I noticed it on the second listen through maybe. But it's like, so at some point, I can't remember. It's when they're talking to Ruben, like towards the end. I think they realize, or maybe it's when they're talking to Mark at the end. I can't remember. But it's something about like Bobby had this whole thing set up to where he wanted them to go there, find the car, find the house, find the sobriety journal. Yeah. He like had it all set up because he's acting weird when they go there. They're like, he won't talk to them and shit.
Yeah.
They like pick Bobby up in the van and they're just like, yeah, he was kind of being shitty. He wouldn't like talk to us and he's barely been answering our calls and all this stuff.
Well,
but
that was because he was mad at them over the stuff with that other podcast or that other documentary.
Yeah. So he's acting like shitty towards them, and then they find Mark's dusty ass car. And they're just like, oh, it looks like no one's been here for a while.
Prius.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
Right. Continuity.
I mean, the believability in this show is off the chart. It's off the charts. They fucking nailing it.
Yeah.
So, and then as soon as they find this house that they think Mark might be staying at, Bobby goes to the backyard and does a B&E on the house. They're just like, he's just like, guys, there's a door open back here, and they come and the window's busted out.
Yeah, dude. That was when I started thinking that like Bobby had something to do with Mark. Like, or I thought maybe Bobby was Mark or something, you know, or not Bobby was Mark, but Bobby had something to do, because it started getting really weird right there. And then he like disappeared in the house. Once they got in, he like disappeared. And oh my God, this person we can't find. I found his fucking journal.
Yeah. Well, that's weird. Anyway, you guys can just have it because I don't need it. And they're like, maybe we should call the cops. This looks a little like scary. And he's like, the cops? I'm going to get into the fucking, I'm going to get an
Uber out of here.
Yeah. I don't talk to the cops.
Right.
It's like,
that was when it all started feeling super, super weird.
Yeah.
Like just the, like, again, great storytelling.
Yeah.
Just an uneasy feeling of like did you ever see the Catfish movie? Like before they did the show? Like,
I saw it after.
Well, I just mean like they made the movie before they did the show.
Yeah, I did watch that.
It just there was like a weird feeling through that whole movie that like something in this captured, like the and overtone of like them just being dishonest, and you could feel that. I think maybe just subconsciously I thought that he had something to do with Mark, and that was making me feel like the thing from Catfish where she was everybody. Yes. I thought it was going to dwindle down to something like that, to where Bobby was playing all of these people that had something to do with this story.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was going to end up coming out that it was Bobby on that recording doing that whack fucking Russian voice.
Yeah.
I thought that's a good point. Be a thing, but as it unraveled, that wasn't how it happened.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That would have been a really cool way for it to go as well, honestly. And I kind of got that feeling too. There was a part of it where I was like, this reminds me of like he's playing them like from all angles.
Yeah. He didn't want the cops to come there and recognize him and be like, what I had thought was they were going to like rattle off another name. Like the cops would recognize him as somebody else. And
yeah. Oh shit. I didn't think of that. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. No, that would have been
neat.
Another fucking, really interesting way to tell this story. Honestly, we need to make our own version of Polybius.
I was going to say, we need to make the soundtrack for this.
Polybius Part 2. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, yeah. There might be some Static X on this soundtrack as well.
Dude, no doubt. No doubt. Definitely some Nirvana.
Yeah, dude, whenever.
Some dark shit, bro.
Some dark shit when he's doing meth, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No, whenever he's getting all the high scores on Tempest, just have some Static X blasting that fucking Push It. Just have Push It. Yeah, and he's just fucking hammering away on the buttons.
He's pushing it.
Yeah.
He keeps having like, he starts sweating and flashing back to the fucking doctor, like putting his fucking fingers in his mouth.
Yeah, dude, just getting
bitch. Take your hand in my face.
Down with the sickness kicks in,
dude. You got that fired up over there?
Yeah. Fucking hits him with that.
God, that's so awesome.
Right whenever he's fucking getting ready to bust out of the secret tunnel and just fucking
bust out of the doctor's secret tunnel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the doctor with his 3 fingers is chasing after little Mark. Get back here! Get back here, little Mark! Fucking grabs his ass like this.
He picks them both up. Oh wait, I guess it was only one hand.
Well,
maybe it was both.
It might be both.
Do you think they'd call him the 6-finger man or like the double 3-finger hand man?
Dude, the 6 shooter? Yeah, man. 6 double hand man. Dude, that comes into the arcade. Which one of you little boys is coming on with me?
Put him up, you little bastards.
Who's got the high score on Tempest tonight? Just like, Bobby.
No, big B, baby.
Bobby's B to the double B over there.
Bobby's like, B.
Dude, yeah, because there's one part.
Oh, Bobby's got to play Tempest.
Oh, no. He's got to go to the dog's secret room. Get his ass back there. Yeah. Ruined his whole life. Because he's too good at video games.
Should have stayed out of the black box, young man. Should have stuck to Tempest. You had to go wandering down to the mystery machine.
Dude.
Fucked up, dog.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. So it's a blessing and a curse to be that good at video games.
Dude, I swear.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think of this earlier. I'm going to get Tempest playing. I got a long play pulled up of the game Tempest.
Fuck. Now I had to re-up a quick little 12-piece.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Damn, son. Holy shit. Where'd you find this?
I have not. This is like, I love retro games and shit like that, but I haven't played a lot of the really old arcade games. Like sometimes I see them and I'm just like, what the fuck do you even do there?
Yeah, I'm watching it back here and I'm like, the fuck are they doing?
It's kind of like, yeah, you set your difficulty and I guess you just like fly around and shoot. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing now. Okay, that's kind of cool.
That's actually me playing that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You're the angry video game. You're Bobby.
I'm Bobby. It's me.
I don't know if you can see my title on here.
But it's 3fingdaddy at tempest.com.
Oh, shit.
He is the doctor.
He's Dr. Tempest. Yeah.
Dr. Tempy.
Helicopter 3 banger. Dude. Where were we at? I'm lost. So
great question. I think we just finished episode
5.
Yeah, okay. They were calling the cops.
Yeah, okay. And Bobby dips out.
Yeah, and Bobby left.
Okay, so they do find in episode 5, they find in the sobriety notebook a guy's name and number written down that just says Frank Seller. And that's the guy they call, and they end up they think it's about drugs. They think this guy's a drug dealer, and they find out it's actually a guy selling arcade cabinets. And he's kind of like weird about it for some reason.
Yeah, well, and then like at the same time though, like if somebody called you and gave you that whole spiel about like the documentary, and you're still like, I don't know how much I want to tell you.
Yeah, that's true, because he is, I guess, kind of like back market arcade seller.
Yeah,
like, I don't know if that's
clearly connected to a meth head that you're trying to get in touch with. So, no,
that's
I will not give you my personal information. No, thank you.
Yeah.
You found my number in someone's sobriety journal that they left behind? Were you trying to say they called me and didn't need it anymore? Fuck you.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Thought I was a drug dealer? Fuck off. Do you need some drugs?
You need drugs, or you need some. If you do, I might know a guy.
I got a little bit of that Miss Pac-Man and a little bit of that Bobby Brown. You feel me? What do you need?
Yeah, I might know a 3-fingered man that could hook you up with a thing or two.
A finger
you need something. So they talk to that guy. Ruben gets confirmation that Mark's back on meth, doing meth again. And from this point on, Bobby disappears. He won't answer his phone anymore. And they're just like, fuck, I guess we're not going to talk to his ass again.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
That's a wrap.
Well,
that's a wrap with Bobby.
That was when Ruben went back to Georgia, correct?
What's that? Sorry, it was cutting out.
Sorry. Yeah, that was at that point Ruben left, didn't he?
I think Ruben dips out too, because he's like, well, Mark's on meth, Bobby's not here anymore. Yeah. And Bobby and Ruben were kind of tight at that point too, so I think he was bummed out that he wasn't a part of the story. He's like, damn, my best bud Bobby, who's my only connection to Mark, who's a meth head, dipped out of the whole situation. And that pretty much brings us to episode 6. In 6, basically, we get the confirmation that Bobby is dealing meth to Mark. And then on top of that, it's just like, oh, that makes sense. Actually, that makes a lot more sense than him trying to find him to play video games or whatever.
It was never about the games.
It was never about the
math.
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute. I think I know a guy in Portland, Oregon who's full of shit that will sell me meth.
I think I know a guy that'll let me park a fucking Prius at his house and fucking let me get strung out and leave my sobriety journal behind at Airbnb.
Yeah, he told me that if I do his walking tours for him, he'll hook me up with a free baggie every month. Not a bad deal. Mark's lead it.
He told me if I keep the tour away from the laundromat that the Coinstar used to be in, that I could do free laundry every week.
Mark's leading the tour, strung out on meth, pretending to be Bobby. I'm Bobby.
I love that. Yeah, because straight out of the gate, there's some sort of income somewhere else.
Yeah,
because he said it was like the first episode. He's like, I'm not doing it for the money. Like he said I'd make more money working at. I think he said McDonald's. I think McDonald's or Walmart. And it's like, just doing it for the love of the game.
He just loves giving these tours.
I just want to I'm going to dedicate my life to hoping I can convince somebody that this video game made me suck a 3-fingered man.
Somebody's got to believe me. This thing's ruining my fucking life.
Yeah.
I cannot rest until someone believes that this video game is the reason why I sucked off an old man when I was a little kid. This is not going to happen, you guys. My parents don't believe me. The fucking bitch reporter doesn't believe me.
She wasn't even fucking there, but she doesn't believe me.
And she saw the 3-fingered man, and she still doesn't believe me. He went to her house and harassed her and almost ran her over with a van.
But she didn't believe it because my fucking bitch mom said I'm a liar. Fuck her. You gotta believe she's dead. You're gonna believe me or her.
Yeah.
I made it out of the forest. Where the fuck's my mom at? Dead.
Send her ass to the woods and see if she can make it.
No shit. Mom, she would never make it out of the fucking woods. No shot. My God.
His story is also that he ran to a gas station and called his parents from a payphone. The thing is, like, I don't know. Maybe you want to believe
hadn't he ran away like just like the week before that or something?
Something like that, yeah, or something. I don't know. He was
fishy to me, Bobby.
Yeah, I think he probably rolled his ass down a hill and got all dusty and was like, "You think I would do this to myself?" Yeah, well, he probably would to make up a backstory of why you've been sucking off old Doc at the arcade factory.
Yeah. No shit. Just say you went home with the doctor because he gave you top 10 high scores on Tempest, bro.
Yeah, admit it.
Be up front with us and we can fucking move on from this.
We know you're not that good at Tempest. We saw your ass get wrecked in the tournament.
No, we were at the fucking tournament, bro.
We know your secret, Bobby. You've been sucking off the Doc to get high scores.
They weren't.
Nobody fucking kidnapped you.
Yeah.
Dumbass. Yeah, dude, his parents had to be pissed as hell at him. They're just like, you get all this media at our house. This journalist keeps fucking trying to interview us. He was like, the cops questioned my parents 7 times. It's like, yeah, of course they're pissed at you. You're like, we don't want to talk to the fucking cops anymore.
Talking about the fucking cops.
Yeah. God damn, dude. There's some other part earlier on, too, when they're talking to one of the video game tournament hosts. And he talks about how, like, when Bobby lost at Tempest, how he, like, threw a fit and got banned from the tournaments.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yeah, it was kind of uncomfortable to see, like, a grown-up act like that or something. I was like, dude, fuck this guy.
And then the girl what episode was the girl in that they said was she put out like a wanted ad in one of the local newspapers or something?
Yeah, that is coming up in episode 6. Yeah, no, you're good. No, honestly, you're spot on. Yeah, dude, you got it. You're the Polybius. It's the Polybius game, dude. Fucking. I mean, look at this game. I feel like he was probably playing this game and he just didn't realize it.
Just had a seizure.
Yeah, look at all these shapes and colors and shit, dude. This shit would be freaking me out too.
I've caught myself staring at it several times.
I know, I can't. I know, dude. It's fucking sweet. Tripping me out. Honestly, I might have to download this game now. Okay, so there's this lady that they interview who dated Bobby, but she definitely did not have sex with him. She wanted to make that very clear. They're like, yeah, so how was dating Bobby? Was he like a fun date? And she's like, yeah, he was nice. We definitely didn't have sex. And they're just like, oh, we believe you.
But it was like a very believable, like, let me get this out of the way before you ask anything more than surface level questions. Like,
Bobby did not put his 3 fingers in me.
Yeah, Bobby didn't hit me with the 3-piece, baby. Let's. I want to get that. I want to set that down and make sure that we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
I didn't fuck Bobby.
Not a chance.
No way.
He did not fuck me and I did not fuck him. But yeah, they all met. They met because of a misconnections ad from the newspaper. Apparently she would like read the misconnection ads or whatever like out loud at the coffee shop that she worked at, and Bobby was always just hanging out there. So he like put an ad in about her, and she recognized that it was about her. And then he asked her out on a date, and she's like, yeah, sure, we go on a date. But she like made a bunch of other comments, like anytime I tried to like, even just like touch his shoulder, or if I laughed and like put my hand on his shoulder, he would like jump and scoot away from me. And that stuff too. I was like, well, it's because he got finger fucked by a 3-finger man when he was 14. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all checks out.
It does. They did a good job with this again. Oh, go ahead.
Well, we can come back to it because it's something at the end.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But then she basically reveals that as soon as she found out about his Polybius story, she dumped his ass. She was not like, she didn't like give a shit. She wasn't like sentimental at all. She wasn't like, damn, did that really happen to you or anything? She just heard about it once, like through like the grapevine, and she was like, fuck that. I'm not talking to that asshole.
Bro, are you the Tempest King?
Dude, you the guy? You the guy that got fucked in the woods? Are you kidding me? See you later, dumbass.
Alright, nerd, I'm out.
That's enough. Never call me again, fuckface.
Yeah, don't ever put out an anonymous M4F ad again that loosely references me. Just don't.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you say that you got kidnapped and fucked when you were 14? I think we need to cut this out. Let's, how about you lose my number then?
To the weird guy at the coffee shop that got fucked. It was a misconnection for a reason.
Right, yeah. I spit in your drink. Never talk to me again.
Don't come back. What up, G?
Yeah. Sorry, I just...
That's awesome. God, that rules.
I'm getting lost onto the sound. Yeah.
So she does sauce.
For real, man. Fucking Bobby's secret sauce, which is probably meth.
That's true. What if he was actually Dr. Pepper?
Fuck. Dude, what if he was...
in the 23 flavors. It wasn't 23 flavors. The 3 was how many fingers he had.
And 2 was the amount of fingers he was missing. Yeah. That's how they got 2
hands, 3 fingers total.
Oh my God. It was Dr. Pepper all along.
I hope the fucking Spotify soundtrack guy's hearing this. Boy,
this is dude, we just cracked the code, dude. This is an exclusive. I'm going to send this to the people that made this show, except I might edit out the part where we admit that we know that it's fake and then be like, we solved it. They're just going to be like, what a fucking bunch of dumbasses. You know,
idiots. Did you guys know Bobby's gay? Like, oh my fucking God. Were you even listening, dude? Of course we knew Bobby was gay.
I think him and Ruben were fucking.
Why do you think Ruben liked him so much, dude?
And Mark.
Gay meth.
Gay meth guys. It always boils down to gay meth guys. Really.
That's what I've always heard.
When you think about it. Did you read any of the comments on these Spotify episodes though?
No.
Dude, everyone thought it was real. There were people arguing in the comments about like,
what?
Did these?
So like when this came out, was it not known until afterwards?
I saw people I saw people describing it as like the Blair Witch Project of like podcasts. I was like, damn, that's pretty sick. Yeah. No, yeah. People are arguing in the comments like they're all the old comments from when it came out. And there's people that are like, dude, the showrunners are starting to fucking piss me off and stuff like that, like getting mad. Fuck? Yeah, like I think it's in episode 2, the one where Bobby like comes unglued. So you know that guy that left that comment is probably a piece of shit too. Yeah, if he's siding with Bobby.
Right.
How do you side with Bobby? Fuck Bobby, dude.
Honestly. Bobby was just awful. Like one of the worst in a show in a while. Like just very unlikable. He was a good character.
Very good character. Yeah. I'm super impressed by this whole thing. Yeah. So now we're on the final episode 7. And this is, I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but there's like a cipher in Mark's sobriety journal, which that was a whole other curveball when they're like, oh, damn, there's a cipher here. We got to solve it. And they actually solve it. I was like,
with the plebeian code or the plebeian, what was it called? The plebeian.
Something like that. The plebeian code or the plebeian square or something. Was it the plebeian square, maybe? Here, I'll look it up real quick just to be safe.
I guess I'm literally on a computer.
No, it's all right. I got one. The plebeian.
I got one. Plebeian rule.
Square. Yeah, the plebeian square.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so they solve the plebeian square, and it gives them coordinates to a place in the woods. And they're basically like trying to decide, like, should we do this? Like, this is kind of fucked up. Honestly, in real life, I would only do this after I bought like 2 machine guns. Like if both the showrunners had a machine gun. Yeah, I wouldn't be.
If we were all heavily armed and like.
Yeah, because Bobby, you know, he's a meth dealer. He has like childhood trauma. No, he's like against the world kind of guy, and he's leading you out to the middle of nowhere, like to the middle of a state park. The story
is definitely there for him to fucking kill everybody right now.
You can read the headlines, like you can just imagine, like, oh yeah, these guys get fucking murdered in the woods. Yeah. So I would probably want like at least 2 Uzis per guy, just fully locked and loaded, and then maybe I'd go out to the coordinates that Bobby left for them. But they're just like,
for them, they all made a point to be like, we're going to have to just kind of hope at some point because there's no chance we're going to have signal the whole time that we're out here.
Yeah. It's kind of fucked. It's kind of a fucking dumb plan. I was like, realistically, I would never probably do this. Like I said, unless I was with like 20 men with shotguns. And even then, it's still like, do you really want to get in a fucking firefight with Bobby?
Right.
Not really. Like, even if you come out on top, that's not a fun memory. What's
best case scenario here?
Yeah.
Versus worst case scenario here.
Yeah. Best case scenario, we end up like blasting him, and then we still blasted a guy. It's like, that's not good. That wouldn't be fun.
I think they were just banking on, if it was a real place and Bobby had already been there, then Bobby wouldn't do anything to hurt them if it was going to, if there was something there that was going to prove any sort of, basis of his story.
Yeah. But that obviously doesn't happen. What does happen is they find a cell phone in the woods, like around the coordinates, and they're like, oh shit. And they call Bobby's number, and the phone starts ringing. So they're like, oh shit, this is Bobby's cell phone. So they take that shit back to their Airbnb. But when they get back to their Airbnb, all the light bulbs have been removed from inside of it.
Fuck?
Yeah. That's the thing. There's like, around this time is when I would have been like, all right, we need to call the FBI or something. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? This guy's going to wreck us.
Yeah, I'm not calling the dude that owns the fucking house. I'm calling the police.
Yeah, I'm calling the PD, bud. I'm being like, somebody broke in here, stole the light bulbs. It's clearly the meth head
thing to do. I was gonna say, what a meth head fucking calling card to play fucking light bulb trickery.
Right. Bobby's probably got Mark and Ruben on his side now, so you're dealing with 3 meth heads.
At least
3 fingers, 3 meth heads. It just keeps coming.
Easy math. I'm out.
I'm out, dude. I'm done with this shit. Fuck this show.
Done.
No, this is not for me. I'm not about this. It's fun to listen to, but I don't think I'd put my life on the line for it. So
I want to know how many chances they had to unlock the phone before they finally got to that. As I was listening to that, I'm like, all right, they're being a little loosey goosey with this, and even for 2017 or 18 or whatever, like, phones don't just give you unlimited chances to unlock them.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. You had enough
chances that you were trying, they were trying off the wall shit.
Yeah.
And then what ended up working, it was like 1981 or something.
Yeah.
How many tries did you give before you were like, what about the year the Polybius came out? Like, be fucking for real.
Yeah, dude, because they literally tried Polybius as like a license plate, because they're like, what if we abbreviate Polybius? What would that be? And it's like, okay, you guys are getting locked out for sure.
Yeah, no way you're getting into this fucking phone.
No, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. But they're just like going on. They're like, try his birthday, try his fucking social security number. They probably have his socials.
6969.
Yeah.
That's what mine would have been.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, we're in. Yeah, and they do kind of do that too. They're just like, they do 1981. They're like, hey, we got it. And then they find a video of Bobby walking through the woods that they were just in, and it shows him just like getting pissed off because he's like, where's the tunnel? Where is it? And they're just like, and he's like throwing a fit. And eventually you hear their voice coming in the distance, and then he takes off running and like drops his phone.
Well, and right before he said that, though, he said something about, God, he was like, God damn it, I know it was real.
Yeah.
And that was a weird part. That was kind of a strange feeling of like,
is this
okay? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I kind of got that vibe from that part. So, like, it felt a little
like the one tiny speck of this whole thing where I'm like, damn, this sucks for him. Like, man, I wanted the fucking rape sewer fucking tunnel lines to be out here too.
I know, dude.
Sorry, dude.
I wanted to believe him. As much as I thought he was like a shithead throughout the whole thing, I was like, dude,
I wanted there to be something.
Yeah, it would be kind of nice to know that like this guy's just not some like crazy compulsive lying asshole.
Yeah.
But also,
the easiest answer is always the most obvious.
That's true. That is usually,
He just fucking sucked.
He's just a shitty guy. Just a shitty lying guy who probably got molested at the arcade and then made up a bunch of stories about... At first, I thought his story was going to be aliens when he was talking about the 3-finger guy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's an alien in the woods that kidnapped him.
And it was going to be like some creature from the Polybius game or something.
Yeah. But then when it was just like an army guy with 3 fingers, I was kind of like, okay, I don't know which one's more believable, actually.
Right. Like they came into his house and he was frozen and couldn't move.
Yeah. Just fucking ship his ass out. Yeah.
Yeah, get out.
Get him to the woods. We need to fuck this guy or fuck this kid. Why would they just take him to the woods, though? If they're like these government people, why would they?
He got reassigned, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's
doctor assigning for fucking kid duty.
You're going to be on arcade patrol.
Sick.
Great. Yeah, arcades. That's what I signed up for the fucking military for.
My fucking God.
But yeah, they're not sure, like when they're watching this video, they're like, is he putting on an act for the video, knowing that we're going to find his phone and watch this video? And it just kind of deepens the story and the uncertainty about like what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
I don't know. I feel like he was almost having a moment of clarity. And then, and then he heard them start yelling because he even like stops and he's like, if you listen closely, you can hear us start to yell. And then you hear him hollering for Bobby, and then you hear the phone like tumble and fall down into the woods or into the like down in the leaves and shit.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wanted to believe that like they were gonna keep they found the creek, didn't they?
What's that? Yeah, they found the creek. They find the creek, and they're kind of like, oh shit, are we just going in circles?
Yeah.
And then that's kind of when they find the phone too, I think. And then so after that, the way that this kind of wrapped up is really what made me like Google more stuff about it too. Because about this time, we're kind of getting to the final minutes of the episode, and they get a phone interview with Mark Sims, who's the meth head that what supposedly helped Bobby escape from the tunnels when they were kids. And he basically just says like, I didn't know anything about that fucking video game. I was just buying meth. And they're just kind of like, oh, really? That's interesting. He's like, yeah, I never heard of Polybius. Great guy, never met him. And then XJB. And then he's like, yeah, I left Ruben because he was cheating on me and it was distracting me from he was like a sobriety counselor basically. So he's like, I didn't want to like ruin all these other people's lives. So I ran off to Portland and did meth, which I was kind of like, is that a good explanation? Like, if you're trying to not suck at your job, shouldn't you not be doing meth? Like, I get running away, but like, why go buy meth from Bobby?
Now, there was something there though. He didn't go straight out there to like, he went there for something else, didn't he? Or he just went straight to get fucking meth.
I don't remember.
Because he was keeping the journal while he was there, wasn't he?
I guess, yeah. I guess maybe he was trying to just run away from Ruben, and then he ended up.
Ruben cheated, and he knew he was going to leave, so he left and he just went. That's what he said. That's what he knew. That town. He rattled off the name of the town.
That's
he said,
right.
All I knew was this town, so that's where I went.
That's right. So he was just going back there to live, and then he ended up relapsing and going back into doing meth. And then
that was when he was talking about turning tricks when he was a kid at the freaking arcade and shit.
Yeah, so that gets pretty dark too.
Yeah, it went quick too. He was like, "Oh yeah," and that stuff at the arcade, that was fucked up. And, we were all doing what we had to do, and
it's kind of like, so is that? Dicey. And then you kind of start to realize, oh, that's probably what Bobby was up to as well, and he just like fabricated this whole story
during the whole Ruben or Mark voicemail. Or not voicemail. That whole thing, that whole interaction with him, as that all unraveled, I'm like, this dude was fucking molested by the doctor when he was young. That was when it all clicked. Like,
it all hits. Because he kind of he talks about how he was like, willingly like prostituting himself. But then he got cornered by the doctor one day, and he's like, the doctor got me alone, but then like the janitor came in or something.
Yeah, and I think he said it was definitely happening, but he didn't know that he did it. He didn't know that he was involved in it.
Yeah. So that's when we find out the whole, I guess, the 3-finger doc story. Those pretty wild shit. And you think that's going to be the last twist in this whole thing, but then they get Ruben. You're like, okay, this has got to be the end, you know?
Yeah, right.
You know, you're like, here we go. That's it. That makes sense. That wraps everything up nicely. But then they talk to Ruben again, and he's like, oh, that's not Mark. He's like, whoever that fuck.
Who did you talk to?
He's like, who? What the fuck? He's like, well, I just saw
Mark. Are you
Mark.
fucking with me?
Yeah, are you fucking Mark? They're like, Mark just came to my house and he's strung out on meth. And they're like, oh, he looked pretty good he sounded good when we talked to him. And so they show him the interview and he's like, that's not Mark's voice. And they're kind of like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I don't know if you're fucking with me or whatever, but that's not Mark. Right. He's like dead serious. Like Mark's a clone
that part
now.
Was pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah. And that just threw up a whole other bunch of questions where it's like, are we supposed to believe that like the government, this like shadowy organization got rid of Mark and replaced him with like a fake Mark?
Right.
Yeah. Or are we supposed to believe that Ruben's just kind of bitter and pissed off and he's like, nah, Mark's on meth?
That was what that's what I took away from it was he was just disgruntled and ex-lover that didn't. Yeah. It didn't pan out how he wanted it to. And
yeah, you could kind of tell the whole time that even though he was like, I know Mark's not going to forgive me, that he was thinking like, we're going to get back together though.
Yeah. I mean, you're not doing that for nothing.
No, you're not. You could just, wait and, call his ass or something.
Right.
Turns up. Yeah. Yep. Unless you're trying to pound his butt, you're not going all the way out to Portland.
No, you're not going there for closure. You're going there for opener, if you know what I mean.
Oh man,
open her up, baby.
He's trying to dust off his Prius, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Might be a little dust on the bottle.
Shit,
dude. Shout out to the fucking three finger
death punch.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes,
dude.
Yes, sir.
Fuck yeah! I can't believe my wife was at Theory of a Dead Man tonight. We should have been there, bro. What the fuck? Dude.
Yeah. I don't think I would have survived the pit, to be honest.
Probably not. Yeah, I know. My wife took our nice lawn chair, so I wouldn't have stayed awake in the pit, being honest with you.
Yeah, brother. Was that Bobby?
That was Bobby.
Bobby breaks into your house, steals all your light bulbs.
Counts everybody's fingers.
Hey, head up, stick them up. Dude. Well, I think that pretty much wraps this one up. Was there ever a video game that you would have had all 10 spots in?
That I would have had what?
All 10 high scores in? Like, was there a video game when you were growing up that you would have been like just the fucking man at?
No. I was like, no chance. Like, the only game I ever really liked that much was like Skate 2, and my buddy Miles was always better at it than everybody else, and it fucking sucked, and he made it not fun. But it was still fun.
No SNES games or back in the day?
Yeah, I mean, we played Mario and stuff.
Okay, yeah. Mario's
Donkey
sick.
Kong. Remember we had the adapter, you could put Game Boy games in it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That shit was tight. But as far as high scores, no.
No, nothing. See, I don't think I probably would have either. There was a couple of games I was pretty good at growing up, but like, I don't know. Nowadays, though, when I watch people play video games on the internet, I'm like, oh, damn, I was kind of dog shit at that game. Like, I thought I was good at it, but like, you see people just like blasting through like Mortal Kombat 2 on the hardest setting, and they're like not getting hurt the whole thing. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude? I'm fucking piece of shit.
I'm ass at this game.
I should have sold my Super Nintendo a long time ago.
No shit, I should have been buying Bitcoin back then. What the fuck was I doing?
Fucking dumbass,
fucking nerd.
Yeah, dude. God damn it. Yeah. My two favorite old games right now are probably still like Mega Man X and fucking the Maximum Carnage, the Spider-Man game, when you're just like side scroller, like beating up.
Yeah.
Fucking shitty dudes and stuff. Yeah.
I was just talking to you about it. My daughter, she's pulled up a video of Michael Jackson somewhere. Some kid was watching Michael Jackson. Somehow he's relevant to her right now.
Yeah.
And I was telling her about the Moonwalker game on Sega.
Mm-hmm.
Where like you could, like, after so many levels, you got Bubbles, the monkey, and like you could spin around and fucking like throw his hat and shit. Shit was so sweet.
Dude, I've only seen videos.
They're proud of that game on the secondary market now.
Yeah, I've seen. I mean,
wild.
dude, there's some crazy games. Like as far as like pricing goes and collectibles and shit. Yeah, there's some crazy shit. Some games that like. Well, actually, probably my favorite game for Super Nintendo is probably Earthbound, and that game is like for just the cartridge is like $500.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one.
It's like an RPG. It was a Japanese game, but it's really cool. It kind of looks like the Pokemon games, like the red, yellow, blue, like top-down RPG, and you get into little battles and stuff. But it just has like a really, really cool story. It's basically about aliens coming to Earth, and this little kid teams up with some friends, and he has psychic powers and shit. It's really good.
Hell yeah. That's tight.
Hell yeah,
I was more like, we had a lot of 64 games, but it was never anything super like storyline based.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat trilogy and Madden.
Dude, Madden was
Pokemon
sick.
Snap.
Yeah. I mean, those are all fucking solid games. I feel like you can't go wrong with the classics, dude. So that was our breakdown of the Polybius conspiracy by Radiotopia. Go check that out on Spotify. Next week or the next time we get together, we're going to be doing a breakdown, or like almost like a, what would you call it? Like a revamping of the Can't Hardly Wait soundtrack. I'm really excited about that. There's like 42 songs or something on the thing.
48.
We're going to go through and pick our favorite, like our top 15. So it's almost going to be like a bracket thing in a way. I'm really excited to do that, dude.
I'm very hyped on that.
Yeah.
It's actually something, listening back to older episodes, something that we have foreshadowed on. So it's cool that we're finally doing this. I say finally like it's been years, but it's cool that we're doing something like this. I'm really excited about it.
It's all been leading up to this one moment. Yeah.
I hope Spotify soundtrack guys ready for this one.
Dude, we're going to fucking blow his pants off.
Fuck
all right.
Yeah.
Good night.